Hello there, my fellow sim racers. Today I'm in Raceroom Racing Experience, and yes, I am sat in the virtual cockpit of a Super Tourer. How amazing is this? The dev team, KW Studios, for Raceroom Racing Experience have just released this Super Touring car pack early December, and I am completely in love with it. I'm just doing race after race after race, trying out all the different Super Touring cars we've got in this pack. And I will quickly just run through what we've got. We have Audi A4 4-wheel drive. We've got the BMW 320 rear-wheel drive. We've got a Honda Accord, and we've got two Volvos. The big old 850 brick. Unfortunately, it's a saloon, not the estate version, but who knows? If enough of us go on about it, we might see it in a later content drop. And we've got this, the modern Volvo S40, that was right about in the peak of the Super Tourers in the late 90s, with its distinctive engine note coming from the 5-cylinder power plant up front. Now this is a conventional tin top with front wheel drive, so you've got all the traits you get. So you get power understeer, you get torque steer. Now, because of these cars were so technically advanced, because there was manufacturer back in such big budgets in the late 90s, that with the aero packages on, they don't quite skip about at the back like some of the earlier tin tops, or even against some of the later ones where they've reduced the reliance on aero. But that makes them no less exciting to drive. Now, not only have they released these Super Tourers, but they've also given us a classic version of the Silverstone circuit to go with it.
On your right.
I've decided to use the international layout, which they used in the late 90s in the BTCC series that Super Tourers famously ran in, because I think it's so much better than the national circuit that they use today. Oh, this is just absolutely amazing.
Car left.
Not only have they nailed the look, the feel, the sounds of these cars, but I don't know what they've done to the AI. I'm using adaptive AI. As I say, I have done a shed load of racing with these Super Tourers the moment they came out. And the AI are just so aggressive. It really is like being in the middle of a proper tin top touring car race. It's all too wide, it's side by side, it's push to pass, a little cheeky punt and a little nudge here and there. It's just such an immersive experience.
You're still there. You're in the middle.
I've tried to make this video so many times,
Right side's clear.
but I get so drawn in, so involved in the race, that I just forget to talk about it. And there's great big periods where oh, look at that Audi go for it.
Right side's clear.
Oh, I've just been struggling to really have anything coherent to say about these cars. I've been living out my Super Touring tin top dreams and fantasies via mods and for AC, and by spending way too much time trying to get older titles like GTR 2 to run. But here we are in a, we'll call it modern day, I know it's a little long in the tooth, but a modern day, up-to-date PC sim racing title. And this is
5 minutes remaining. 5 minutes.
this is first party content being released with all the relevant data that proper dev teams can get hold of. Ah, and it shows in the quality of the product.
See lots of right rear locking.
There's Jim telling me that the rears are locking up, which is what you do with the weight transfer. It all pitches over the engine over the front, the back goes light, and what happens is it locks an inside wheel as you turn in. Just what you would expect, just what you would witness if you watched any super touring racing, and there is an absolute abundance of it on YouTube. I go back and I watch it over and over again. Oh, come on, concentrate on your gear changing.
That's a new fastest lap for.
But everything about it, there's no traction control, there's no ABS. You know, it's front wheel drive, so it's can be quite understeery. But that's what makes tin tops so unique, so special, and so interesting to race. Really aggressive over the curves, unsettles the car. You just got to work at the steering wheel just to try and keep it facing in a straight line. But I tell you what, Raceroom in 2024, especially the tail end of it, have come into their own by focusing on classic content. We had the 1995 DTM cars earlier in the year, which were amazing. I've done a video on them, so check the video description. And they've outdone themselves with this super touring car pack. Now, they haven't said any more about releasing any more super touring cars, or maybe even, you know, like car packs to go with a particular country's national series, like BTCC or the Swedish touring cars, Italian touring cars.
Don't let this guy distract you.
So this could be as good as it gets, and if it is, then I'm as happy
Car number.
as can be, I tell you. We've also got the introduction here, the first stage of their dynamic track surface, so debris can be dragged onto the racing surface and it sticks there and stays there. And you will find it, so eventually, if enough gravel and sand and muck gets picked up, that it will affect the
2 minutes to
level of traction that the race surface gives you. I think this is the first implementation of it, so it's something that's ongoing. As a lot of work is, they've really started to unlock what this game engine can do. We saw that in the last big build earlier on in the year, almost like a Raceroom 2.0, where they stepped it up with the lighting and the sharpness of the graphics. It just really helps.
Tarquini, car number 7.
Although, if I have to say anything negative about this car pack, is I don't think the Audi A4 car model is quite as crisp as the others. But that is being a bit nitpicky, but the Audi isn't one of my favourite super tourers to drive, so I'm okay with that.
Last lap.
Ah, that's a 10-minute race against the adaptive AI coming to an end. What can I say? Yeah, I'm a fan of Raceroom. I'm a fan of classic content. I am an absolute die-hard tin top fan. So to be able to race some of my
Hold your line.
favourite
He's still there.
tin tops around some of my favourite circuits, I am just in sim racing heaven.
Still a clear left.
Thank you, KW Studios.
Still there. You're in the middle.
Thank God I invested in this SimJack sequential shifter. I did do a little mini review on that. I'll also leave that in the video description. But it felt so great just to really hammer on that sequential shifter. You're banging it down the box like your life depended on it. It just helps draw you in, makes the whole experience more immersive, more enjoyable. Who cares if there's faster ways to drive? I want the most fun way to drive. And we're going to cross the line 22nd out of 26.
It's over. Well done.
But I tell you what, it's not the end result that matters. It's the fun we had getting there. So I'll leave a link to Raceroom. I'll leave a link to this new Super Touring car pack and the classic Silverstone circuit. It is a little unfortunate that they didn't include the classic layouts of Silverstone in with the original modern day version of Silverstone. So you do have to buy it again, but I think it was only about £4 or something like that. So, and they are unique layouts compared with the modern version. So, you know, it's a shame, but I don't begrudge it. Oh, absolutely amazing. Well, I know I haven't made any sense at all, but if you want to see me just make absolutely no sense about another sim racing title that's just had a new update and new content release, Automobilista 2's version 1.6, then check out this video coming up now and watch me get excited about another one of my favourite sim racing titles. In the meantime, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching the video as much as I did making it. And I'll see you out on track. Happy sim racing. Oh yes, love it.